In this video, we'll be taking a look at the Pitaka magnetic folio case. This one specifically is for the 12.9-inch iPad Pro, but it is available for iPad mini and normal iPad and iPad Air and a bunch of different devices. As you can see, this is just the box here. It does show the kind of main features of this, which allows your iPad to be in landscape mode, portrait mode, or kind of lower angle drawing mode. And on the back here, we just have sort of more of the features. But we'll go ahead and get into the box here. You can see that this is the case itself with a thin little piece of paper around it. So we'll go ahead and open this as well. Nice and protected in there, and just show kind of some of the installation instructions and then the QR code and such. You do have the option of using a case that they do not include, but it is called the Mag Easy case. And then essentially you attach that case to your iPad, and then this folio still works just on the outside of that case. So it is nice if you want to have a bit more protection. However, I'll just be looking at this folio case today. So we can go ahead and open it up here. You just kind of rip off this paper. Then we have the case itself. Another piece of paper to protect it, which is nice, and then a piece of foam. And then that is the case. So we'll go ahead and do a quick look at the case. As you can see, this is the magnetic piece that attaches to the iPad. This is the piece that folds to kind of make it in a different stand. It is a very simple folio case, but we do have some nice leather on the outside, and then this piece as well to kind of close it. The only other thing we have here is some kind of Pitaka branding on the top. But we'll go ahead and attach the iPad to show you how it works. So you essentially just take your iPad, and then it magnetically attaches here, so very easy, and then that's already installed. So it is very strong magnets, as you can see. I'm kind of shaking it and it does not fall off or anything, which is great. So very strong magnets here, and then we can just close it, and then this piece kind of seals it closed as well. What's nice is if you attach an Apple Pencil here, we can attach it to the side here. It does attach to the side of the iPad magnetically, but if you have it in a bag or something, it would kind of fall off, at least for me. So what's nice about this little flap is it does secure the Apple Pencil as well. So it is secured magnetically to the iPad, but then this little flap also secures it. So definitely very nice to have that just additional level of security for your Apple Pencil so it doesn't get lost. Going into the functionality of the case. So it is of course protective on the front and back, so you don't have any worry about scratches or anything. It is a bit raised up, so your camera bump is protected. However, the sides and top are exposed just because of the nature of the case. Although, as I mentioned, you do have the option of getting a separate case that kind of attaches to the iPad, and then this folio case attaches to that case. So you still have this folio functionality, but with a protective case as well. I haven't personally used that case, but I know it is available, so it may be worth looking into if you're looking for more protection. So yeah, I would say it's definitely kind of scratch resistant on the front and back, but not super protective. If you were to drop it, it would be essentially still hitting the corner of the iPad, so you will want to be very careful if you're using this case. Although for me, it's not a big problem, as I'm usually using the iPad on a desk or a table or something like that. And it is nice having this very thin profile, so it almost feels exactly like the iPad itself, just for some extra scratch protection. And the main thing though is the features of the stand. So I'll go ahead and show you that now. To use the stand, of course, you just kind of open this case, and then this kind of folds back. So you can fold it like behind here like this, and that is one angle. And then if you want to, you can also make it vertical like that. And that's the main difference between this and the Apple Folio case, is that this has vertical functionality because of that kind of design on the front. So you can see that it folds, here, here, and here, rather than the Apple one just folds in a couple different vertical lines. So this will allow you to actually use the iPad vertically, which is the reason I got it personally. It's very nice to have that vertical functionality just built into the case. So this case folds to be vertical, but it does work in some other modes as well. I'll go ahead and show you them now. So this is just the vertical mode again, and it's how I use the iPad most of the time, and it's what kind of makes this case unique over Apple's Folio case. The next mode is your sort of standard horizontal viewing mode, which is great for watching videos or consuming other kind of content that's in a horizontal mode. Then we also have this horizontal kind of sketch mode, which is the same but at a lower angle, and I think it's great for using the Apple Pencil or playing games or things like that. There are a couple other ways you can configure the case, but I find that the angles are very similar to the ones I already showed you. So the ones I showed you are definitely the three main ways of using the case. So yeah, that's just been an unboxing and a first look at this magnetic folio case. I do have another one actually that I've been using for a couple months. As you can see, it's in still very good condition. There's a couple little marks and such from bringing it in out of my bag for a couple months, but it is still very good condition. It hasn't really worn down or torn or anything, so I'm very happy with how it's holding up. And for that, I definitely recommend this case. I had the Apple Folio case, but it's the fact that you couldn't make it stand vertically was really annoying to me. So I got this one specifically for the vertical stand functionality, and I definitely use that the most. It's really really nice for, if you're scrolling on something, reading the news or whatever. I prefer it to be in vertical, and it's nice having it up on that angle. So definitely very happy with this case. I think it looks great. It keeps the slimness of the iPad, and it's nice that it also secures the pencil. Very happy with this case overall, and I definitely recommend it if you're looking for a slim folio case and you're comparing this one to Apple's, because I think it is almost higher build quality and has additional functionalities. So I highly recommend it.